Ageism is discrimination or prejudice against people based solely on their age. Look, as I'm aging into the category of elder, I have come to a compassionate understanding of some of the physical limitations of growing older. I mean, I work to stay in shape, but I'm also not going to go rollerblading anytime soon. On the flip side of that, I get so pissed off when people underestimate the things that I am still capable of doing. I can still work out in the morning, work an 8-hour day in the office, come home and make dinner and do some laundry, create a new post for the Authentic, and deal with the drama of raising a teenager in my downtime. I don't mind letting people know I'm tired at the end of the day. When I'm settled in on my favorite club chair, catching up on MSNBC in the evening, most of the family respects, most of the time, the space I need to recharge. MSNBC is the favored channel in the house. The only news sources we avoid, though, are Fox and their ilk. Watching arrogant news anchors who lie to us viewers is no valid way to relax. I do, however, also watch a lot of British news channels. This has become a work-related exercise for the Authentic, and I find that a lot of them have a right-wing editorial focus. These British anchors like to disparage the concept of woke as much as their American counterparts do, and with as little understanding of what the word means. These Brits also seem to take pleasure in disparaging our American president, Joe Biden, with as little understanding of, or as much willful misunderstanding of, his accomplishments in righting the American ship of state and the state of our economy, given the wreckage the former guy left behind. Even the American royal commentator, Kinsey Schofield, who lives in the States and so one would think would know better, gets in on the mudslinging. But here's the thing. These Brits like to deride Joe Biden as a doddering, befuddled old man. For the moment, let's leave aside the accomplishments of President Biden, historic progress that would be great accomplishments for a person of any age, and ask if these slanderers realize that their preferred political hero, Trump, a man whose increasingly insane postings prove that his mental state is deteriorating on a daily basis, is just a very few years younger than President Biden. It would also be apropos to ask them if they realize that the woman who was their late queen, a woman they revere for her sharp instincts and tireless lifelong service, was 20 years older at her death than the man they mock as tired and befuddled. Look, Neil, Jeremy, Dan, and the rest, we can agree that Meghan Markle is a menace. She has a very dull intellect and worse instincts, and service means nothing to her unless the word self precedes it. But for God's sake, the Authentic humbly advises you lose all credibility when you sneer at President Biden as old, confused, and ineffective. Here in the States, it is only the MAGA morons who not only haven't done their homework either, but who don't recognize reality as, real, who could possibly question the good work of our 46th president, how hard he's fighting for the restoration and preservation of our American values, and how much he has improved our lives in just 2 short years. Stick to talking about the royal family. Clearly you have no idea what's going on in the States.